Halo Infinite campaign, trailer, details, 343 response to matchmaking, behemoth, cosmetics, and cheating, all within Halo Infinite as well. So if you want to know more, stay tuned throughout the whole video to understand all the details. How's it going, Halo fans? Kevin here once again, give you another news and informational video when it comes to Halo. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are focusing on the XP gains that recently were updated in Halo Infinite, a huge upgrade by the way, but 343 spent some time responding to a lot of different aspects that people were talking about when it comes to Halo Infinite. And we had a new campaign trailer drop, which I think reveals some really interesting aspects about the campaign that we'll take a quick look at as well. So if you guys like these news and informational videos, make sure to tap that like button. Let me know you want to see some more content like this, and it greatly helps out the video and channel, but get a much better place within that YouTube algorithm. So if you want to stay up to date with everything going on with Halo, make sure you tap subscribe, and let's get right into the details here. The first thing, guys, we had today, at the time of making this video, the release of the campaign release trailer for Halo Infinite, and guys, it looks amazing. One thing in that this is definitely the UNSC Infinity getting beat up pretty bad right here within the trailer. So is the Infinity down? Did it get destroyed? We don't know. I mean, there were some talks within Game Informer about some kind of spoiler things. I'm not going to be talking about that in this video because I don't want to ruin the campaign for you guys. But definitely want to go check out this trailer. We actually do get to see Eshram in game as well, because you get to see him looks like to be like in his final battle kind of situation to kind of start things off, which again, we kind of assumed would happen and does look really awesome. Cannot wait to jump in and play this campaign, guys. I am super, and I mean super excited about playing this. Here, community manager Unicheck responds to one of the most prominent pros out there, Lethal, talking about how his experience with Infinite's matchmaking, the way they kind of do the team balancing, that like if he's one of the best players out there, that they're gonna get matched with some pretty low tier players to try to overall balance things out, to kind of having to carry his team to victory, which can be a really frustrating experience. I mean, I've kind of experienced this as well, with like my 25% win rate in ranked in solo queue. It's pretty rough. But Unicheck replies here saying, "We agree, and the team is looking into reports of matchups like this. We'll share more detailed updates on this when we have them." So we do know that 343 is taking the time to look into the matchmaking. Now, I'm not sure if this is just social thing or if it's just only a rank thing that they're talking about here. Probably most likely a rank thing only. Just from my experience, guys, like playing social matches is pretty dang sweaty, where I'm like trying my ass off constantly to try to just like break even right now. And also I'm just again match against people or decked out in HCS skins the whole way through, and just like, it's like, man, I'm just trying to chill and blow stuff up, and I'm trying to play social. If I wanted to sweat that hard, I jump in the rank, and I've been really enjoying playing ranked. And I've also noticed that, like, yeah, some of the team matching hasn't really been the best. Obviously, it's a beta, it just launched. Usually when games just launch, they have these kind of typical issues. Things will get ironed out and smoothed up, but these are things that can be easily changed. These things are not like fundamental to the game experience, so I'm definitely looking forward to those changes, and I'll keep you guys up to date whenever the changes like this actually happen. While we're on the topic of ranked and ranked settings, there is Behemoth currently in ranked arena, which doesn't really feel right. We do know that Behemoth currently is not part of like the HCS settings or an HCS map, and we're wondering like, well, are we gonna mimic that? Well, Tashi, the head of HCS, responds to this on Twitter as well. On the topic of removing Behemoth from ranked arenas to mimic HCS settings, Tashi says here, which is very interesting and insightful, what's gonna be happening moving forward with the ranked playlist, saying, "Not at this moment, but we've heard the feedback and have begun digging into the playlist data to see what we can learn. Playlist is not meant to be a one-to-one with HCS. Main goal of the playlist is to keep players in the playlist as engaged as we can." Which I don't really know how I feel about that. I think like kind of like that's kind of the fun part about playing rank settings, is that you're playing the same settings as like the pros do, and I think it also would provide great experience to people who are aspiring pros to play exactly the same settings and maps and things like that. Though on the other hand, there is like all this extra content you don't want to just like leave out because it's not like true HCS. I mean, I've played ranked on Behemoth and it plays all right. Anything where I feel like it's not fun to play or anything like that. It's still a good map. It just doesn't feel very traditional to like the HCS arena style, like you would see like with Recharge and Streets and Live Fire and things like that. I think the main thing with Behemoth is that it is a rather large map, and with no vehicles or anything else like that on the map, It does play larger than it really is, and so going into the action can be pretty slow paced. Good thing it's only like CTF, if I remember correctly. If it was like a Slayer match on Behemoth, yeah, that would be a bit of a grind and a slog to get through. Again, this multiplayer just launched, so the 343 has the data, and they're going to change things depending on player feedback as well as what they're seeing on the data side of things. Continuing on the topic of HCS as well, we have some new bundles and cosmetics coming into the shop as well. Each bundle includes a nameplate, emblem, sniper rifle coating, and visor right here. You can flex your regional locations here, guys, that are prominent within the Halo competitive scene. So, you know, me being from the North America, I might have to rock that one a little bit, but we'll see how much it really costs. For our next story of the video, guys, cheating. Cheating has been taking part in Halo Infinite already. Every free-to-play game has these kind of issues, and it's a never-ending battle between hackers within the game. Some console players have been calling for the ability to cancel cross-play just so they don't have to deal with hackers in their game, leave it to a PC issue. I could totally understand that sentiment. And I do believe it's healthy to give players options, but I don't know if it's really a healthy thing for the game. But Unished goes on to Twitter here talking about cheating and at least addresses the issue that's been going, because we've heard nothing about it so far. Let's talk about cheating. Unfortunately, cheating is a natural part of supporting a free-to-play PC game, and it's one we anticipated. It will never go away entirely, but we're prepared and committed to releasing consistent improvements to our game systems and taking action on bad actors. Continuing on, saying please report bad actors at Halo's support site and also at the website to report players. We know having report player feature in-game is desired, but please use this method to file reports for now. Also, including video evidence makes things much easier on Halo's safety team. Luckily, we have theater mode to truly capture whether or not people are hacking. It does a much better job rather than just doing hackusations, which you often see a lot of times within shooters. Personally, from my experience, I haven't come across any hackers. I mean, like, I'm like a mid-upper tier kind of player. I mean, like, I'm like diamond tier right now in ranked. And for the social matchmaking, I definitely come across a lot of HCS skins like we mentioned earlier, but I'm definitely not like, you know, your top 1% player, so I haven't really come across it or anything too obvious. Though it's certainly out there and definitely needs to be addressed, because not taken into consideration, it can run rampant. We saw this happen with Warzone for Call of Duty, where they basically had to create their own super invasive anti-cheat where it goes down to like the kernel level of your system, is what they call it, to be able to identify cheaters and to help keep your game safe from hackers. But then again, it does have a very intrusive anti-cheat system, which does give like the companies your information of like your build and stuff like that, which can be a little worrisome for sure, but it's just kind of a balance, and it's a never-ending, you know, arms race between hackers and people who just want to play the game. But 343 is actively fighting against hacking right now. Joseph Staney actually chimed in on this as well, stating, we have more anti-cheat measures in the pipeline. In the meantime, please use the link for bad actors and things like that. This is a story that we're just gonna have to keep an eye on. It's developing right now. If we see any updates to the anti-cheat or anything kind of letting us know that like how serious hacking is within Halo Infinite, I'll definitely let you guys know on this channel. So if you're new to the channel or missed any content from me recently, check out this playlist right here. Got a link to all my Halo Infinite news and informational videos we've been uploading daily about. Thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.